One of the fucking biggest red flags in dating is love bombing. And as soon as you know how to pick it up and tell that somebody's trying to love bomb you, your dating life is going to be so much easier because you can weed those fuckers out. And once you've experienced love bombing, it is so obvious when somebody is trying to do that to you. Like, you're telling me that we've been on one date and I'm the girl of your dreams. You can't wait to be in a relationship with me. I'm everything you've ever wanted. I'm so beautiful and nobody compares. Be fucking for real. It is not normal for a guy to be showering you with all this attention, all these compliments, acting obsessed with you, infatuated with you, telling you that you're the most amazing person they've ever met and they've never felt this way before after you've been on 1 or 2 dates or you've only been talking for a few weeks. Like, that's not fucking normal. What they're doing is they're creating a fantasy of you in their head and making you out to seem like the perfect person before they even get to know you. And as soon as they realize, oh, this person is a real person with real feelings and real problems and they're not perfect and they're not this fantasy I created in my head, they're like, oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go on to the next. You need to ask yourself, is the way this person acting towards me equivalent to the amount of time we've known each other? And what's so funny is that if you ask a love bomber, oh, what do you like about me? They can not tell you what they like about you. They'll say surface level shit like, oh, you make me feel good and you're beautiful and you're so funny and no. They barely know anything about you because...
So if you don't know what love bombing is, let me share my experience with you so you know what to look out for. So when I came across this one guy, and on the first day, he was extremely open and transparent about himself, literally oversharing stuff that I didn't even ask for, telling me about his past traumas, what he's been through with his exes, the type of person that he is, non-stop telling me information about him, good and bad. Also extremely expressive about how much he liked me, would literally look deeply in my eyes and tell me you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Oh, I feel like we've met before. Little things like that. At first I was like, this is new because I'm not used to this. But then I was like, well, I've never met a guy like this, so maybe he's just a real man. As we continued to get to know each other, one thing that I did notice was his constant need to communicate, always texting, always FaceTiming, at times where I would be doing things. I could be out with my mom or my friends and, I would let him know that hey, I'm out, and it was okay, that's cool. But so, he would just continue talking about his day. Honestly, rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, and it would make me feel uncomfortable to let him know, hey, I gotta call you back. Because in my head, I'm I've never had a guy showed me so much love. So if I tell him that I'm not available right now to talk, I'm afraid that he's gonna get angry, right? I would just have weird anxiety that I didn't know how to explain. Person will, express how much they like you and they feel like they love you and joke around talking about having kids already, getting married, and then eventually propose the idea of moving in together. And for somebody that's not used to a man being super direct and knowing what he wants, I definitely fell for it. Mind you, a lot of this happened literally in the first month. So if you find yourself talking to somebody that's moving super fast, doing everything in their power to reel you in and gain your trust, get you to fall deeply for them because they really seem like they came out of a movie, you need to hit the brakes and start setting those boundaries. And if they suddenly get upset at you setting boundaries or try to make you feel bad about it, that's how you know this is not the type of person you need to be with. So do not fall for the scams. Do not fall for the excessive love and gifts and all of these things. Don't fall for it. Take your time in getting to know someone.
The love bombing stage from a narcissist. So if you're new here, I am a self-aware narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. And a lot of people ask me, what is love to a narcissist? Can narcissists love? So during the love bombing stage, to me, it feels like real, true love. It becomes an obsessive, you don't want to be away from that person. You want to just give that person everything to make them happy and smile and joyful, because it makes us feel good as well to be able to do that and to be able to supply that. That's why a lot of times you see narcissists, study you so much to be able to give you everything that you want and need, because they want to make you happy. But as you progress further on into the relationship and whatnot, the narcissist gets tired of doing everything that you want to need and tries to switch back to being, the egotistical, typically selfish person that they are. When that happens, they start to devalue you and take the love away. But now you are addicted and you want to get that love back. Now we have the trauma bond coming in.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video we are talking about a very interesting topic, so I had to put the videos together so that you watch, and I want you to be aware of love bombers. These are the people who sweep you off your feet with grand gestures, instead intense of affection and seemingly endless attention, only to leave you feeling confused and heartbroken once they've got what they wanted. So let me get into it so that first, what is love bombing, how to spot it is, and most important, how to protect yourself from falling the victim. So first of all, let's define what is love bombing. Love bombing is a form of emotional manipulation where someone shows you with excessive attention and affection to gain control over you. It might start with a constant compliments, frequent gift, or even overwhelming display of affection. At first, it feels like you have found someone who truly head over heels for you, but love bombing is not about genuine love. It's calculated tactic used to create dependency and eventually control. Now let's talk about the early signs of love bombing. One of the biggest red flags is the speed at which the relationship progresses. If someone you have just met is already talking about your future together, using intense language like soulmate or love or my life within days or weeks, that's a warning sign. Another sign is if there is constantly touch, texting, calling, or wanting to be with you 24/7. While it might feel like flattering, it's a tactic to monopolize your time and isolate you from others. Also, be wary of someone who's too good to be true, especially if they're mirroring all your likes, dislikes, and values. This is not genuine compatibilities, it's manipulation. Love bombing can have a serious psychological impact. Initially, it feels like euphoric. You're on cloud nine thinking you found the perfect partner. But that's exactly what makes love bombing so dangerous. It's designed to make you emotionally dependent on the person. So when they start to withdraw that affection, you're left craving it, doing anything to get back to that perfect phase. This emotional roller coaster can lead to feeling of anxiety, self-doubt, even depression, as you start to question what went wrong and why you were not getting the same attention anymore. After the initial phase of love bombing, things usually take a sharp turn. The person might suddenly become distant, critical, or even controlling. They may start to guilty trip you, gaslight you, or blame you for relationship problems to arise. This shift is designed to keep you off balance, making you work harder to regain their affection and approval. This is where the manipulation turns into outright control. They might try to isolate you from friends and family or make you feel like you're lucky to have them, that no one else could love you the way they do. It's a toxic cycle, and it's crucial to recognize it because it gets to the point where you can't control it. Now you might be wondering, why would someone do this? The answer usually lies in their need for control and power. Love bombers often have deep-seated insecurities, narcissistic tendencies, or even a fear of abandonment. By love bombing, they create a relationship dynamics where they are in control. They feed off the validation and power they gain from making someone else dependent on them. It's important to remember that this behavior is not about you, it's about their own issues and need for dominance. So how can you protect yourself from love bombers? The key is to take things slow. If someone is pushing for we would romance, but on the breaks and set boundaries. Pay attention to their action. Over time, are they consistent, or do they look hot or cold? Or also maintain your independence, keep up your own interests, friendships, and routine. Love bombers thrive on isolation, so staying connected with your support system is crucial. And lastly, trust your gut. If something feels off, probably it is. Don't ignore red flags because the initial rush feels amazing. Love bombing can be incredibly destructive, but by being aware of the signs and protecting yourself, your emotional well-being, you can avoid falling into this trap. Remember, real love takes time to grow and is built on mature respect, trust, and understanding, not on love, overwhelming gestures and fast-paced intensity. So, guys, that's the video for today. That's what I was thinking. I don't know what you think. Have you been love bombed, or are you a love bomber? Kindly leave your comment in the comment section. Share your experiences. It would be great to discuss in the comment section. Bye bye.